Hello folks, welcome to episode 2 of my video series on my Tesla Model 3 experience. My first episode got a few views, a couple of subscribers, that's great. Do you know what would be even better? If you use my referral code to order your Tesla, we both get something. Do that, it makes sense. Okay, this episode we're going to cover 3 topics. First of all, an update on my Model 3 order, where are we with that? Secondly, I'm going to look at business purchase of a Model 3 in Ireland, why that makes a lot of sense to do it. And thirdly, I'm going to look at the underlying cost of a Model 3. What are Tesla charging us compared to, for example, a competitor like BMW are charging us for a 3 Series. Okay, let's get on with it. Alright, update on my order. As you know, I ordered my Model 3 at the end of May. And I got a promised delivery date of July, which was terrific. That'll be a great service. So I immediately set about making arrangements. I have to sell another car that I have. I have to arrange financing, so I started work on that sort of thing. I waited throughout June. I heard nothing from Tesla. That's okay. They're making my car in California and shipping it to Ireland. I'm sure they were busy doing that. Then came July. I still hadn't heard anything, and as the month went on I got a bit more anxious about that. Kept going, came towards the end of the month. No communication from Tesla at all. Not an email, not a phone call, not a text, nothing. So at the end of July I contacted Tesla to find out what was going on. And of course I'm not getting my car in July. It's been delayed. I will have the car in September. Okay, well, it's a pity. I wish they'd kept me informed, but they didn't. So anyway, I'm getting the car in September. And that was fine. I left it at that and moved on. I heard no more. And then at the end of August, I got the first ever communication about this order initiated by Tesla. I got a text. Here it is, if you want to have a look at it. This is what it says. And it says, deliveries in the Republic of Ireland are expected to begin towards the end of 2019. What does that mean? September? September is in the second half of the year, it's towards the end. So does that mean I'm still on date for September? But why would they send me the email or the text? Are they trying to tell me something? Are they trying to tell me I won't have it in September and that is going to be at a later point? Okay, so I decided the best thing to do was to contact Tesla and find out what's happening. So here's my phone call to Tesla. Right, let's call them at the number on my account page.
For delivery of your Model S or X, press 1. For delivery of your Model 3, press 2. Did you know that you can prepare your delivery yourself by filling in all data required at tesla.com/Tesla account. This is the fastest and easiest way to prepare for delivery of your Tesla. If you still have questions, please send an email to deliverygb@tesla.com. Alternatively, stay on the line so we can help you as soon as possible. Please note that we are currently receiving a large number of calls, which may make the waiting time a little longer than desired.
Tesla Sales Island is not available. Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
Great. Okay, so Tesla customer service don't want to talk to me. I did what that person suggested on the phone. I logged into my account. Let's do that now and see what happens. Tesla account. nothing there. Manage my order. Okay, your Model 3 order. Next steps. As your delivery date approaches, we'll contact you. There's nothing there. Okay, fine. Okay. There's no information there, is there? So, not to be outdone, I decided, okay, that was obviously Tesla customer service in the UK I was talking to. Let's contact the local depot in Ireland and see if they have anything to say for themselves. Here's what happened.
Welcome to Tesla. If you are in an emergency breakdown situation, including flat tires and lockouts, press 1. For sales, please press 2. For all car delivery inquiries, please visit www.tesla.com/Tesla account. To schedule, edit, or cancel a service appointment, please go to your mobile app, selecting Schedule Service. Please type your preferred address to see a list of service center locations and their availability. If you are a business
Let's try
customer,
sales.
please use our
Nobody wants to talk to me. Okay, that's it. So, Tesla Ireland aren't answering their phones. So I have no idea where I stand with the order. You know, if Tesla had told me back in May that I would have to wait 6 or 7 months for my car, that would have been fine. You know, that wouldn't be unusual for a new car. But they didn't. They told me I'd have my car in July. And when that didn't happen, they told me I'll have my car in September. Now, obviously, I think that's not going to happen either. I don't know when I'm going to get the car. So I don't know what I do from here. You know, there is a Jaguar dealer not 5 minutes walk from here. I could go down there and order an I-Pace. I'm sure I wouldn't have it any quicker than I'd have a Model 3, but I'm also certain that they wouldn't lie to me about a delivery date. I think this is very bad behaviour from Tesla. They're either being dishonest or incompetent, and I don't know which is worse. So what do I do next? Well, an I-Pace is 30,000 more expensive than a Model 3, and I can't afford that. So I'm going to have to, I'll wait a month or two, see what happens with Tesla. And during that month or two, I might be thinking of creative ways of coming up with 30 grand. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, next topic. Okay, I mentioned last time that a business purchase of a Model 3 in Ireland might be something to consider if you're in a position to do that. It's very advantageous. In order to show you that, I wanted to look at buying a Model 3 versus buying a similarly priced ICE car. A competitor to the Model 3 that's often mentioned is a BMW 3 Series. So I decided to configure a 3 Series to a similar price as a Model 3 and compare how much tax you'll pay on them if you got them as a company car. So first of all, let's look at the BMW that I configured. So I came up with a BMW 318D Sport Saloon. It has a base price there, and then I added some options so I could come up to a very similar price to the Tesla. Where is it? There it is. So I came up with a price for the BMW of 48,917. The base price that you see on Tesla's website for the Model 3 is 48,900. So they're very similar. So let's have a look now at how the taxation of these cars compare. First of all, you need to understand how company cars are taxed in Ireland. If your employer gives you a car and pays for that, it's regarded as what's called a benefit in kind. In other words, you get a deemed income from your employer and you have to pay tax on that. And the deemed income is 30% of the market value of the car when first registered. That is, of the new price on the car. So let's first of all look at, there's a special allowance then for electric vehicles where the first 50,000 euros, there's no tax on it. And any value of the car over 50,000, you're back to the 30%. So it's quite advantageous to get an electric car as a business car. Let's look at the next item. Here's a BMW. This is the one I configured. You saw the price there, 48,917. 30% of that is 14,675. So that's your deemed income for taxation purposes. Now in Ireland, the maximum rate of personal tax, which includes income tax and social insurance taxes, is about 52%. So 52% of the deemed income will give you a cost of 7,600. So that's how much extra tax you will pay because your employer gives you a company car, being a BMW 330 Saloon. Now the minimum rate of tax you'd pay in Ireland is about 4.5%, so you'd still pay tax on your company car. But I would suggest that nobody who's on the minimum tax rate is going to get a company car. You're more likely to be paying the top rate. Now, how does a Model 3 look? Let's have a look at that. Okay, the price that you pay out of your pocket for a Model 3 is 48,900. That's the basic price for a Standard Range Plus. Same price that will come out of your pocket that you'll pay for a BMW. However, that Tesla price is after a grant of 5,000 euros from the government, which they pay to Tesla. So Tesla actually gets 53,900, and let's say that's the market value of the car for the purposes of this benefit in kind tax. So what happens next then? Okay, so you have a car that costs 53,900. You have an allowance because it's an electric car of 50,000. So the value for the purposes of BIK is 3,900. 30% of that is 1,170, and the tax you pay therefore on that is 600 euros, and compared to 7,600 for the BMW. So that's a terrific saving. You save yourself 7,000 euros in taxes by getting a Model 3 as your company car as compared to a BMW 3 Series. Why would you consider not getting a Model 3 or even any electric car really? You're going to save yourself a lot of money. Okay, that's just a quick thing on that. So let's have a look at the next topic. You know, when I was looking at the benefit in kind, the taxation on company cars, I looked at a Tesla Model 3 compared to a BMW 3 Series. And you as the consumer pays exactly the same amount for either car. It's 48,900 euros comes out of your pocket. I decided to kind of look behind those figures and see how much is Tesla itself getting for the car as compared to how much is BMW getting for its 3 Series. And this is complicated by the way cars are taxed in Ireland. Ireland is a very heavily taxed country, and a lot of the price of new vehicles is made up of government taxation. So I decided to take the taxation figures out of the prices that you pay and see how much net Tesla and BMW are getting for their respective cars. So first of all, we have to look at, there's two different kinds of taxation on cars in Ireland. There's value added tax, which is a sales tax. It's 23%. Yeah, that's right. It's almost a quarter of the value of the car is added to it as a government taxation. VAT is charged on nearly everything in Ireland. 23% is the standard rate. So that's a normal tax charge for a consumer good anyway. But, however, motor vehicles are subject to an additional charge. It's called vehicle registration tax. It's an additional tax on top of the VAT. And that's vehicle registration tax is shortened to VRT. So it's a strange tax, and I'll just go through it with you now. Have a look at this file. First of all, this is from the government website, and vehicle registration tax is a tax charged when one registers a new car. It's based on the open market selling price of the vehicle as determined by the Revenue Commissioners, that's the tax authority. And the rate varies, depends on the type of vehicle being registered, I guess they mean. Okay, so let's look at the VRT rates for different types of vehicle. Again, this is from the government website. This is for petrol cars, and the VRT rate is based on CO2 emissions. So the lower the emissions, the lower the tax you pay. That's a good thing. The VRT rate for 0 to 80 emissions, which would include electric cars and I guess most hybrids, is 14%. And that goes right up to 36% for guzzlers with emissions of more than 225. So it can be quite a hefty tax. This is for petrol cars. Diesel cars are 1% more in each case here. Right, so that's that. Now, VRT is a strange tax. Think about it. It's on the open market value of the car. Now, the open market value of the car includes the value added tax. So you're paying VRT on VAT. So it's like a double taxation. But it gets even weirder than that. The open market value of the car also includes the VRT. So the VRT is almost like a tax on itself as well. It's like triple taxation in a way, and as you can imagine, it's a very confusing system, and no ordinary Joe like me anyway can work it out. So the government have a very handy calculator online where you put in the details of your car and it tells you how much the VRT on that particular car is. So I'm comparing the Tesla to the BMW. So I'm just going to have a look at the BMW VRT calculation. I put in the details, here they are, for a BMW 318 series, and registered in September with 0 miles on it, so it's a new car, and they're giving me a VRT figure of 8,121. Okay, that's the VRT on the BMW. The Tesla, if you go online to the government website, they have all the different makes of cars. Tesla isn't on there. I guess they're too new to the market. They don't have them on the calculator yet. So I have to try and estimate what the VRT is. Tesla on their website gives you a VRT figure, but that changes every time I look at it. So I'm going to guesstimate what the VRT on the Tesla is. And let's have a look at this. The base price is there, 48,900. We know that. You have to add back the government grant to get the open market value of the car. So that's 53,900. Right. Now the VRT on that at 14%, 7,500. Okay. And the VRT rebate, now I don't know why that 7,500 is less than the BMW. Oh yeah, sorry. I do know, it's the 14%, it's less. Okay, so, but you get a VRT rebate from the government. It's a special allowance for pure electric cars that you get of 5,000. So the VRT on Tesla Model 3, I estimate at €2,500, give or take. It's something like that anyway. Okay, so what does this mean for the costs of the cars? Let's look at the price comparison of a BMW versus a Tesla. So, update. Okay, Vehicle price is excluding taxes. So what I'm doing is I'm taking out the effect of government taxes on the purchase price of your car. So for a Tesla Model 3, the showroom price that you pay out of your pocket is $48,900. You add back the government grant, which the government paid to Tesla on your behalf, it's $5,000. So Tesla collect $53,900 for that car. Now they have to pay these taxes over to the government, so they take out $2,500 for VRT, and I estimate the VAT at 10,000 about euro. So the net price that Tesla get for the car is 41,275, as you see there. Now, how do these figures stack up for a BMW? Let's have a look. BMW, same showroom price as the Tesla. That's what comes out of your pocket. As far as you're concerned, it's the same price, 48,900. There's no government grant. So that's what BMW gets, 48,900. The VRT, we saw that calculation already, it's 8,100. The VAT, I estimate at 9,100. So the net price that BMW get is 31,600. So there's a 10,000 euro difference there between what Tesla get for the Model 3 and what BMW charge for the 3 Series. Does it cost 10,000 more to make a Tesla? I don't know. But I just thought that was an interesting exercise. Okay, that's it. I'll talk to you next time. I have other things to look at, and have a good day.